Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. This time we're going to start on the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Valkyrie rushing Cheetah form. Now, I'm going to do something a little different. People always ask me about dioramas. So while I try to do live chats as well, in the beginning of the video, I'm going to tell you how my setup is. So this is a setup with a combination of the floors from Crashbox Customs, the Forced Ruins are from Forced Photos, and the background piece is done by Kinesthetic. I'll put those guys in the description. If I forget, somebody message me, I'll make sure to add it. So let's jump into this review. Today we're gonna get started on Rushing Cheetah, which honestly, I really adore. If you've seen my Horobi or Vulcan or 01 reviews, you kind of know how far you're getting with this. And she is the female character in the show, the third rider that we see, and she is utterly fantastic. If you've enjoyed Vulcan, I can guarantee you'll pretty much enjoy her. The only downside is that she is a Tamashii web shop. She's a limited character, therefore forcing us to pay more through middlemen or at least go through channels that we normally wouldn't have to. So it sucks, but I am a Kamen Rider completionist, so I needed to have it. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy the articulation and the scheme and the color paint apps of her. I have a bunch of my older female characters, and I think everything before like Poppy I thought was great until I got Poppy, and Poppy was awesome. But Cheetah is by far my favorite female character in terms of how far we've gotten with articulation and look. Now, as you can see here, she has a very nice asymmetrical setup. It is going down like a parallel way, where one half is white and silver and the rest will be the golden, well, orange and silver. Her faceplate is like a cheetah. Design scheme is that of a cheetah. So I really enjoy this. So let's get into the articulation. Movement wise, her head can go up, it can go down, we can tilt side to side. We have a lot of room for movement, which is fantastic. I really like that. There's no collar to get in the way, which is like my least favorite thing. So I really like that she has movement to look around. That means she can be very articulated and most importantly, do a lot of acrobatic stuff. On our left shoulder, we actually can rotate the arm about this far. Actually, we can rotate a little higher because we can actually pull the arm out. As you can see here, you can extend it out. You can lift up. For some reason, my left arm's not lifting up now, but before it was lifting higher, which is weird. I don't know what's going on about that. I'll have to check on that. But we do have a bicep swivel, and we do have a double joint, which allows her to go all the way in. That means she can hold her weapon properly as well. Now on the right side, we have a much bigger shoulder plate. So you would think that this gets in the way, but again, just like the left one, you can actually extend out and the arm extends up. So as you can see here, my arm is extending up further, which again, I don't know what's up with my left arm and why it's not doing that. So that's a little weird on my end because it was actually folding up just fine before. And I've dropped my shot riser. So I'll get into that in a second, but I want to continue with the video as fluidly as possible. The shoulder pad comes up. It rotates a little bit, doesn't have too much room for movement, but we still have that bicep swivel and we still have that double joint that rotates up. And we can still rotate all the way around like this on our rotation. And we can still do that while it's in as well too, but you lose a bit range, you lose a bit of the range of movement that way. So you have to be a little careful. As far as our pegs go, they are movable and have a full rotation. The little bit of the collar will get in the way, so just keep that in mind when you're rotating that around. Definitely be careful when rotating that. As you can see, I dropped the shot riser. Give me 2 seconds to grab it because I saw where it fell. The shot riser is our main weapon. It will get in the way because she is a smaller body. So when doing anything articulation-wise with the waist, you have to be very careful because as you can see, when I fold it too far forward, it'll come off. But as you can see, she has excellent ab crunch going forwards. Excellent movement going back. She can actually tilt side to side with no issues. And as far as the waist goes, we can actually move the belt over left and right. So that will help with our adjustment period when we're doing any sort of crouching poses. So please keep that in mind when you're doing that. As far as her shot riser goes, hers is the same as Fua's, except that you actually get her color coordination of a progress key. If I can just get this out because I have no nails. There we go. You'll get the progress key with no real paint on it, no real paint apps at all. Just that it's orange inside of the shot riser. So you can actually use that, plug it right back in. So yeah, hopefully I'll get the SHF upgrade stuff soon so I can have stickers for my own. As far as our legs go, we can still use the drop down method like with Vulcan. I had a tough time at first, so just be careful. If you think yours can't drop down, they can. You just may want to heat them up. Our legs can go forward. We have a thigh swivel. We also have on the Cheetah side that this flap comes out to allow for a better range of motion. So that way nothing gets stuck or hurt along the paint job, which is utterly fantastic. Our legs are double jointed, so there's lots of movements there. The only downside I can really see on her, like the true downside, is that she loses mobility here in the legs, which I think she should have had more range, because I've tried doing the forwards and backwards. She doesn't get as much range. She does have decent ankle pivot, though, going inward, not as much going outward, and she does have toe pivot. But I've managed to do a lot of cool stuff. I really can't wait to show you guys the photos with her. I actually had a great time setting up some photos with her. Now let's get her shot riser on. Now I'm gonna pose her up, and then we're gonna talk about accessories that she comes with, because that's always fun. So I'm gonna get her posed up, and then we'll just jump into the next category. So now let's talk about accessories. Hey guys, now we're gonna talk about what she comes with. Now, she does not come with much because it's just like Vulcan is standard release. I mean, sorry, that is not true. It's not a standard release. Like Vulcan, she actually comes with what she actually used. And since Vulcan comes with the shotgun already, she can actually use the shotgun. Since it comes with the blade, she can also use the blade. So what she comes with is just her shot riser. So let's talk about that. We do get normal fist. We get our closed fist with her. These are the normal standard action hands that she comes with. Excuse me. You can actually use these in many different varieties in different ways. You'll get her shot rise with her finger ready to attack. So these are holding the shot rise with, or the shotgun, depending on what you want to do. These are actual trigger hands that she has. Then you have her cheetah pose hands, and these are for her signature attack or henshin pose, depending on what you want to do, right? You see that she has her shot riser, which I've shown numerous times and even dropped earlier in the video. Let's put this down. And then this does not come with her, but she can hold them, and I'll show you in the accessories as well as in the photos. When it comes to the shotgun, all you have to do is slide it in the hands, because these are soft plastic, so it's not really an issue. She can use the shotgun with the Russian cheetah hands, which is utterly fantastic. Always a fan of that. And then if you have the normal trigger hands, which I'm kind of fine, there we go. She can use the blade as well too. So she can use the other weapons as well as the attached arrow, which I don't have out right now, but she can use that as well too. So if you want to have some fun and use each other's weapons like they've done in the show, that's totally fine. So as you can see, she doesn't come with crazy amount of stuff, but she does come with a lot of hands and her normal weapon, because her actual transforming device is a weapon. So that's actually something that I've always enjoyed. Now we're going to jump into size comparison. And this is where it gets kind of cool for me, because I get to compare her with previous Kamen Rider women as well as male counterparts and stuff like that. So let's jump to that. Now that we're jumping into size comparison, let's talk about how she looks with the other characters that have arrived so far from 01. So here she is next to our main protagonist, which is 01. Here she is next to Fua, which is Kamen Rider Vulcan, and sometimes her partner in crime. This actually gets Fua's foot settled and flat. There we go. And then we have Horobi, which actually, let's get him posed up in the right way as well too. I actually had a lot of fun with Horobi as well. I think I had a great time with his photo shoot. And here we are technically with all these 01 riders right now released until Gen comes out in August. So as you can see here, she is smaller than them, which is fine because normally they are shorter than them. In certain cases, that's not the case, but in this sense, it's okay. But yeah, she looks pretty good next to these guys. I think that she sizes out well, and for her articulation to not be hindered in any way or any shape, considering she still has double jointed everything and can move just as best as the rest of these guys, I think it's one of those things where I'm really enjoying the fact that it worked out pretty well, and she didn't suffer at all. So now we're gonna compare her to previous female figures, and this is where it gets crazy for me because I didn't notice how far we've came with female figures until I actually sat down and took out all the other ones. So I believe the first one was Femme. So here's Kamen Rider Femme, and here's how small she was then compared to those guys. So this is Kamen Rider Femme from Ryuki. Then we got Kivala from Decade. Let's actually take her sword out so she doesn't hurt nobody. And while I thought Cheetah was small, I didn't realize that Femme is actually the smallest, and Kivala is around the same size. Then we have Nadeshiko, or Nadesco, depending on who you're asking. I could be wrong. And then we have Poppy. So like I said, I was really excited when I got Poppy because I was super excited how far we came. And then I get to sit down and play with Cheetah, and Cheetah technically blows the rest of them out of the water, like with no problem. So Cheetah is single-handedly like the best female rider release that we've seen. Poppy is the second. Everything else kind of just seems outdated. So this shows you just how far we've come, and I continue to hope that they hold this standard for female riders. Hopefully we'll get like Mage from Wizard and a few other things, or all female White Wizard. Hopefully we get those cool standard releases that we got right now with Valkyrie, because these previous girls are okay, but Cheetah is 100% where it's at. So let's change these guys out. And now we're going to show Cheetah with some other stuff and styles and see how far we've come. So let's do that. Next up, oh, actually, let's do this one because I think this one actually works pretty well. Here is a Lightning Collection Ranger Slayer. And, you know, she's actually pretty small. So let's see how she works out next to Cheetah. Maybe they can do a team up. And I have this bow here. And I should have taken this bow out. So I got this bow from Shapeways, but Flashpoint Customs painted it for me, and I had a custom cape made. And I think they actually work out at a pretty good height, so maybe I can have them team up. That would look really dope. Here she is next to an SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuga, a male counterpart. And while not bigger than him, she is at a really good size. So let's take these guys away. Next up, we have a 1000 toy synthetic human, which make for really good Huma gears. Bad guys for this one. And she is at a really good height with them. Not too big, not too small. Next up, I want to use an Articulated Icons Ninja, because you can never go wrong with ninjas, right? Then we'll do a Mezco Me. Last but not least, let's do a normal 6-inch figure. So let's choose Spider-Man. This is the Retro Wave one. So just going to use him. So yeah, while smaller in case, she definitely packs the punch in terms of paint apps and articulation, which I've honestly had a great time with. It's one of those things where I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I think in the photos that you'll see, you'll definitely know that I had a great time. In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've had fun. And please, as always, please be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.